Okay, what is up? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Amplify. Oh, Koopa. Koopa. It's been a year
Yes.
already since the last Amplify stream. That's actually kind of crazy how it's been a
Yeah,
year
it's,
already. That's... Wow.
yeah, it's interesting that Amplify seems to only be an annual event, but
Yeah.
whatever. That's how it's gonna run. How it's gonna run. So this is the first Amplify cast of this Amplify. I'm fairly certain.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think anyone else has casted. So, hello
No,
everyone.
not yet.
Welcome to the first stream. In case you guys are wondering what this stream is going to be, it's going to be World Friend versus HD in winners semis of the gold bracket. So we've received lineups, but only for one team, which is World Friend, which is Swift, Rox, Thomas, Valor, Theo, and Flo. So it's a fairly standard World Friend lineup, I think. I don't think there's anyone missing, although it's still World Friend, so I don't know how
Yeah,
how
I mean,
unstandard you could become. So
yeah, I think I agree with you there. For the most part, that lineup is it's the players you would kind of expect, really. Yeah, and as you said, we don't quite have HD's lineup just yet. In fact, I think Sketch is just indeed. Okay, never mind. We do have HD's lineup. Thanks to Sketch, we have Chibi, Cinder, Manster, Sketch. Does Sketch go by Peepo now?
I don't know. I thought it was just a lounge name, but I guess he just goes by Peepo
Okay.
now.
Well,
so.
just for convenience, we'll call him Sketch for now. Chibi, Cinder, Manster, Sketch, Soldier, and Zeeb. Ooh, I haven't seen Soldier play in a while. I don't think.
That's an interesting addition to the lineup. So that should be interesting to see. Also, someone asked in chat if Xi and RE are playing tomorrow. I have no clue. It's possible. Maybe they're playing right now. I don't think I could find out unless I tagged NATO or something. But NATO is online, so we could see. But otherwise, I don't know.
I mean, it's either the match got rescheduled or it didn't.
Yeah.
So
Or
if it didn't,
so...
if it didn't, it would have been played by now, I imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the winner of this goes to winners finals, of course. This being winners semis, and the loser will then go down to face Arcadia.
Yeah, in losers quarters. So
yes.
And then obviously the winner goes winners finals against one of Xi or Requiem, depending on how that match goes. So it should be interesting. I don't know, is room up or anything like that? Or are we just gonna have to stall for a little while?
I imagine room is probably up.
But is it full?
The fact that it hasn't started yet. Yeah, there you go.
It's not full.
It's not quite full yet.
We are gonna have to stall. I guess I should say what the results are. Otherwise, if you guys are curious about the rest of the bracket,
let's go for
paying attention.
Let's
losers top 8. Arcadia beats Seoul. So Seoul places 7th, and right now IF and StarClan are currently playing. Although last I checked, IF was winning by a decent margin. So I think IF is probably going to win that match. In loser gets 9th, it was StarClan versus World Friend Moon. Obviously, World Friend Moon lost. Inkling Feet, or Inflow, depending on what you want to call them, eliminated JPP.
Mm-hmm.
Arcadia eliminated RK.
Yeah, apparently Arcadia had a pretty good comeback that match versus RK.
Yes, it was. I watched that live, and they got top 4 last race to seal it and win by 6. So very, very close war there. And Seoul eliminated Resemblance. Could check to see maybe the silver bracket as well has perhaps been updated, because I don't know those results personally because I haven't been paying attention as much as I probably should have. But so JPP2 beat Hornets, but that was played early. Don't know if you saw that. They played on Friday for some reason, and yeah, otherwise most of it has not been updated other than Arcadia Terra beating Boo Bombs and moving on to losers top 8. And then the rest of it hasn't really been updated. So
right. Right, so this match
Yes.
Out of both these lineups that we've been given, who exactly do you think is most likely to come out on top here?
Well, I mean, you kind of have to give it to World Friend.
Yeah.
I think HD definitely does have a shot at beating World Friend, as they probably always do, depend on any given match. Like the top 4 teams currently active are like on kind of another level compared to the rest of the community. And I think World Friend is definitely the #1 team of those 4, but they're not invincible. Like they don't go 10-0 in the regular season. They always
Yeah.
lose a few matches. They're
Yeah,
never
most
like,
definitely.
and they're never perfect either. Like they're not beating teams by consistently 50, 60, 70 every match. They sometimes only win by 10 or 20. So, I'll give it to World Friend for now as like an educated guess.
What do you mean for now? You can't change it halfway through the war, dude.
Yes, I can. If HD is up over 80 after half, I think I can say, well, my prediction has changed. But yeah, so
You
I
can't
would
count World Friend
honestly
out,
give it.
man.
I'd give it to World Friend for now, but I don't think I'd count HD out of it at all. So
Yeah. Yeah, with what you said, World Friend not being invincible, I do totally agree. There've been quite a few D1 teams facing World Friend who have they've had a lot of close matches with them. Um, so it'll be interesting to see if High Definition can pull up. I don't want to say this upset, but Wolf and Star
they'll win.
obviously they are the highest seed
Lower
for the
seed.
tournament. So
Yeah, well, World Friend is the #1 seed. HD
yeah,
was the
of
#4
course.
seed, so you end up with the great disparity between first and fourth seed of a 80 person tournament, 80 team
Yeah.
tournament. So uh, should be interesting. Okay, starting out, classic RWS from World Friend and a DS from HD, but it's going to be RWS, which is what you would expect from World Friend if they're starting in running spots. Seems, although they don't seem to have that much of a top presence looking at the results screen. And someone's on Streetle.
Neutral.
Interestingly, I guess they banked on that one a little too hard.
I mean,
But
you don't lose too much on Wario Stadium, I don't think. Obviously, Wario Stadium being one of the best frontrunners in the game, it might come back to bite them a little bit, but it's not like the track is just full of anti-grav. So
yeah,
I think Manster should be fine there. Starting off with a pretty early top 2 for World Friend. We are watching Thomas's POV. Very nice back from Thomas there.
yeah, and that's an
Top 3
early
now.
top. Yeah, early top 3 from World Friend. This should remain stable for the rest of the race, especially if they're able to get around this turn without being passed. Yeah, it looks like this top 2 should be stable for the rest of the race, barring any blue shell shenanigans or even a shock. But Pack is really close. I don't think anyone's going for shock anytime soon.
Yeah, still a top 3 right now for World Friend. That Inkling Boy in 4th is Soldier, right?
Yes, it would
he's
be.
been taken out. So that could possibly even be a top 4 right now, held by World Friend Star. And if that is the case, then High Definition might want to start going for shock.
That's an interesting choice. Okay. That's actually interesting. What World Friend just did there was that Thomas opted to let Rox into second, because instead of having Rox get forced to use a blue if he gets redded from third, Rox can keep his horn in case of
Forced
a
to
blue.
use a blue? I think you might mean
Forced to use a horn is what I meant to say. My apologies, I misspoke. But these nanos are going to be really threatening. I don't know if he's going to back these. Oh yeah, he is. Okay.
Yes.
He could have held them as like a, ooh, you can't pass me.
And there's the shot coming in for from High Definition, target shocking World Friend Star after the boxes. So we're going to see a few of High Definition come up now. Manister should be getting a good spot here with his remaining mushroom, unless Thomas's boomerang and his fire.
Ooh, that bomb.
Oh, very nice communication with that bomb there. Cinder coming through, Peepo coming through as well. He's always been lingering around the 4th or 5th. Still a pretty good race of World Friend, but that shock definitely helped High Definition's chances that race, as we see 1-3-4-7 for World Friend rather than the top 3 we saw earlier.
Yeah, they essentially changed a 16-point race to a 6-point race, which is generally what you'd like to do, even if you don't lose a race, if you're able to concise to reduce the margin of a, because ultimately that's the whole goal when you go for shock, is reducing the margin rather than actually winning the race, because technically reducing it to a positive is reducing, right? See? Smart. But anyway, DKJ for World Friend, which is a classic 1-3-4 pick, and HD is still going DS. We'll see if Mancer opts to stay on Streetle. He's still gonna bother, or is he gonna stop now? We'll see. Master is in second, so we'll be able to take a sneak peek at his combo early on. And
Nope.
he's still on the street also. And he really wants that DS pick. I mean, he's just gonna be on Streetle all war. Well, that'd be
I mean,
funny.
as we know, it does give you that little bit extra traction and obviously that all-important water speed for Dolphin Shoals. So not getting the track picked yet. Swift
Ooh.
is going to very swiftly get taken out of first right there.
Funny.
Who is that you just teleported into first?
That would be Rocks.
It was Rocks.
Yeah.
Fix your net, bro. Come on. Right, top 2 right now for World Friend. I think that was a 3-4 though. High definition. Never mind Flo sneaking into fourth. I think he may have just backspammed Rocks. He did.
That's, you mean Flow X?
Yes,
okay.
Flo, not Rocks. Sorry, my bad.
Jeez. Okay, Thomas
Right.
was only 1 item in second here, which is odd. You think he'd have 2, but I guess he missed the double box. And HD, or this red coming from Sketch could threaten, although he just gets another red, so back to square one. This 3-4 from HD is going to have to try really hard to hit Thomas here, although they seem to not be getting anything that they need to try and hit him out. Now Thomas has double reds, and he backspams Sketch there, but HD seem to have been 3, 4, 5, 6, because the only people that seem to have passed Sketch there were Cinda, Manster, and Soldier. So,
ooh, that fire. Heading him off the glider ramp. I would also like to point out that banana was a very well-placed banana. Speaking of which, that was a very good shot from Thomas. Not quite going to connect, though, as Flow X gets taken out by Cinder's greens. It's now a 2-3 for high definition, as Valor's coming up into a star. Rox has gone in first, but a blue shell has got something to say about that. Valor activates a star. Quite a lot of people in the room are in dodges right now. Very nice fancy footwork from Thomas to avoid those green shells, and he's taken out Sketch as well with his own greens. So 1-3-4, I think, right now for Wolf and Star.
Yeah, that would be a 1-3-4. I don't think HD has much to threaten now, and this plan is going to be
this plan,
yes, for any HD members trying to pass. Although, okay. That
and
just like that was an HD shock.
Thomas's race just gets thrown out of the window. HD are still going to get last, but assuming that was a HD shock, which it's kind of hard to tell really, because Wolf and Star did still keep top 2-5.
Yeah,
I would imagine it was a high definition shock, but if they did pull it, they just pulled it a bit too late. Like, for example, for example, the final item set. Lots of people did dodge, but most people had already crossed the line at that point. So, or at least most of Wolfriend.
Yeah, it was like a last-ditch effort. It was like a last-ditch effort from HD to lower the margin of loss for the race, basically, to like kind of make sure that they don't lose this race by more than they need to passing, because Thomas got completely destroyed there.
He did.
And I think the only people that passed him were HD members, and then he swapped spots with Theo, so that was beneficial for HD in the end, although they should have probably gone for shock a little earlier than they did. Unfortunate. Okay. Dolphin Shoals is going to finally come out.
Yeah, third time lucky.
Yeah, we'll see if Master is still on the street, or if he finally gave up and now
I would
gets
imagine
his
he
track
probably.
pick.
I would imagine he's stuck with his guns. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. He's in fourth. So, yeah, this is a good pick. Ooh, okay, inkling on the Biddy Buggy back there. So we'll see who opts to bag on this, if anyone even decides to bag because of the bill spot. probably going to see that starting second set once positions are a little more stable and people are like, okay, well, I'm not going to be in top 6 anytime soon. I'm just going to stop driving, which, as you can see, has already kind of happened in the back there.
I think at least in my opinion, I think you should only really stop for those items if you get taken out or bumped wide to the point where you are just at the back of the pack. Anyway, Swift is holding his fire. Oh, this is a top 4 from World Fan Star already. Wow, I did not even realize. And Zeeb is coming through with his glider strat though, holding the shroom. And the red is actually going to skip Zeeb. Luckily, FlowX did have.
Not on FlowX's screen though. Interestingly, if you notice, he didn't use his red to block it. And he didn't, and the red just kind of did nothing. Red split, so
kind of sus.
Cool. Yeah, no one seems to be. There's only one person at back there who's even close to range for shock, and that's Swift, bottom 2, and that's not really at range unless Swift got something like.
That's a bottom 3 now for World Friend
bottom
Star.
3 for World Friend.
The blue shell's coming out. Interesting how they throw that. So I'll have to see if that blue shell does get broken. And it doesn't, so HD must have slipped into first there momentarily just to get blue shelled.
Yeah, no bill strats are going to get used this race because absolutely no one is at range to pull a bill. The closest person would have been Swift, who just got a golden, so it's an interesting situation. It's kind of rare that you see a Dolphin Shoals race without bills, coming up lap 3 and lap 2 just to ruin everyone's day. So
yeah, we can expect there to not be any shock. Unfortunate eel for Thomas there, not getting many trick boosts, and even more unfortunate for that horn. He's going to be sent straight into the drink. Last place. Zeeb getting taken out. No box though. That's definitely secured last place. High definition is currently in 9, 10, 11 though, I think.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11 for HD, but Thomas back here does offset that somewhat, though not by much. And yeah, top 2, 5, 6, 8 last is still a good race. And HD still hasn't gotten a winning race all war. And, these small-ish races are fine, right? But you can't just let them pile on plus 10s the entire war. You'll lose by 120. So we'll see if HD is able to turn this around soon, because if they're not able to, I think momentum would just give World Friend the win, honestly. See what World Friend opts for. There are plenty of running tracks in the games. There we go.
Oval circuit. Meanwhile, we do see Ribbon Road on the side of high definition with 9, 10, 11. I think they got a 3-4.
Yes, they did. And they got 9, 10, 11.
They're going to get the track pick as well. Have to see how this bodes for high definition, I think, because World Friend are in top 2. If third, fourth can maybe do something to deal with the top 2 early, or hell, even if they just pull shrooms and take the cut before the second item set, that might be pretty good for them, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I've never picked Ribbon Road in War, so I actually don't really know what the strategy.
Funnily enough, people, neither have I.
Yeah, so I actually teams pick it. Well, there's only 2 teams I can think of that pick it, and it's HD and Arc. Right, there's only 2 that I know pick it relatively frequently, and I'm unsure why. Maybe it's like how Soul we pick a Big Blue, and it's because it's good for mid spot.
It is a strange track. I think it's more considered a bagging track than anything, just because there's quite a lot of shortcuts you can take. Not to mention,
it's not a bagging track.
That gigantic glider where you can target shark. I don't know, bro. You say that.
I think if it's a bagging track, it's a bagging track like how TM is a bagging track, rather than how Dolphin Shoals or even Cheeseland are. Because yeah, you can bag it, but if you don't get shock, you're kind of screwed. Because for people just run. So, and it seems like that's what HD is going for here. They are opting to run. Somehow missed the shade. World Friends, sorry. Yeah, I just saw a lot of HD. I just assumed. My bad. But yeah, okay, blue got thrown, so that does indicate HD in first. Thomas is really far back here.
That goes. Wow. Just got completely yoinked by Cinder. That was dirty. So you don't know. That could have been a shock from Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas is basically taking an L here. He's not getting anything other than last because of how far back he is. So
we do see Soldier in first. And the fact that Thomas is going for shock must mean high definition are keeping quite a lot of these top spots. There's a shot, but is it too little, too late? It's behind a golden. I think it's too late. Everyone has just passed the glider now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No one dodged.
No one dodges. Should be interesting. Yeah, Thomas not even able to salvage one position out of this. Maybe passing Cinda? No.
Lots of people did take the cut at the end, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that divided. In fact, that was a complete checkerboard checkerboard race there.
Which is a +8 for HD.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 4 high definition there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 for World Friend Star.
Which is very good for high definition because they wanted to snatch that momentum away from World Friend. Because World Friend, as good as they are very much a team of momentum. But because they're so good, they generally just have momentum, right? That's it's hard to like take that away from them. But if HD can like win another race here and then continue piling on, I think that might spell disaster for World Friend. But still, World Friend just can't. If World Friend wants to win, they can't let this minor loss get to their heads, which I don't think they will.
Wow, Koopa, what you said is it's almost like being good at this game will give you good results.
True. It's almost like when you actually have a good mentality, you tend to not lose as much because you don't tilt as hard. But the score is a 22-point GP win for World Friend. So not unsurmountable, but it's still a decent foundation for a World Friend win if they do win this.
Yeah, if that last race proves anything, High Definition did manage to keep quite a lot of those top spots. I think the only reason World Friend managed to get into some of those top 2 mid spots at the end was just because of that cut on the last corner. We did see a lot of people take that shortcut. So High Definition, they've proved they definitely can. Very nice green, by the way. They definitely can do some damage to World Friend Star here. Speaking of which, Thomas is going to get taken out by Monster.
That's an early top 2 for HD up there, and possibly even more depending on. Oh, Thomas.
Okay. This is not been Thomas's day, has it?
Yeah, it seems like nerves are getting to him recently. We'll see if he opts to go for a shock. This will indicate. Yeah, he is opting to bag, so that indicates a fairly good race, a fairly good position up there for HD, at least a top 2 for sure. See Soldier, and I think that was Manster in first. So he's getting blued now.
Yeah, Manster was in first when Thomas did get taken out, so would not surprise me if he did manage to keep that. Not until that blue came, of course. Thomas, once again, he's opting to slow down, trying to pull the shock. He's not going to get it, though. Star Bill.
Yeah, so just stay back here to supervise to make sure.
Rightfully so. Just making sure nothing is being pulled off. No, did Theo just actually fall off there?
Or was it just
lag? I think it's just lag.
Okay, there's a golden, so that could indicate a shock. No, it's a star.
That's interesting. Actually, no, never mind. That might not have been Cinder. It just looked like Cinder because Soldier wasn't first. He has dropped out though. So that blue is now targeting a Waluigi.
Whoever it is, because we can't really tell. And that Waluigi did dodge it with the shroom, so yes. I'm thinking that was an HD member. So I'm thinking that's at least like top 2 for HD, and then bottom 2 here for World Friends. So HD is doing what I said, where they're just piling on more. With now they finally got the momentum switch. Yeah, that's a top 4, 9, 10.
Top 4,
HD.
9, 10.
And that brings it back, and now HD is winning by 2, just like that.
Yeah, just like that, indeed. One race is all it takes.
Fascinating. At least the war is close. That's what I like. And Desert and Cheese seems to be a split in World Friend for what bagging track they'd rather play. Hot take: Cheeseland is more fun, but Desert's a better bagging track.
I actually no. You know what? I actually do agree with you on that. I think.
Yeah. I'd rather play Cheeseland, but I understand why Desert's a better bagging track. And, yeah, sorry, I can't speak. Hyrule Circuit from HD, which they're not going to get. So, Desert from, which is a classic. This is a track I think
quote unquote classic. Yes,
I honestly think this is probably one of the few tracks you genuinely see every war. If it's not played, it's getting picked at the very least.
yeah,
Uh, so
yeah. High definition's streak of track picks, of 3 track picks, have finally come to an end. World Friend Star gonna get that all important reset track, being Dry Desert. I mean, you can just see how many people are opting to stop at those items there and bag a little bit, just because of how much time you can save on these shortcuts, and also just how powerful shocks are on this track as well.
yeah, the general thing is it's not the time save. It's the because if no items were in play, well, quote unquote, no items were in play. Like if say top spots never got hit by anything, they would still finish in top spots. Because of but
He's
of
got a
shock
DC at this rate.
Yeah,
Dude.
Top's gonna DC soon. Okay, he didn't DC. But because of shocks, it helps people.
Is he
finish
gonna
in
get
higher.
this chain? He is
Yeah,
just.
he will.
I thought he used that a little bit later than maybe he should have, but no.
Top 2 is gone. Yeah, third just went into a star, so I don't. That's probably
And he dodged. I wonder if there's another shock in play. Cinder's holding a golden after his bill. A few people did dodge in mid pack, but on this kind of track, having multiple shocks within one lap is not super rare. It's not unheard of. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see if another one is in play.
And Soldier was able to keep first too after the shock. He wasn't first before shock, even after the shortcut. Although I think someone is taking a golden strat. Yeah, you can see that Waluigi creeping up on the side there.
Yeah.
And Soldier's going to get blued. So whoever that Waluigi is in first is probably gone for this race. And I'm thinking that is a World Friend member, although I could be completely wrong on that.
Yeah, speaking of golden strats, Thomas is using that golden shot to his advantage, shrimming up into 8th place. Not quite getting the double there, and only getting a single mushroom. Not the items he wanted. Oh, but Sketch is going to be starred in the sinkhole. Lucky to not get counted out of bounds there.
Who is that in last? I'm assuming that's an HD member, because I don't...
Oh, that red shell, wow. That red shell came from the heavens. Good God. That completely ruined Thomas's race. He was going to get a mid spot anyway. 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10 though for the team. So good race for them. Boyfriend Star are going to take back the lead with that race.
Yeah, 6-point lead, but a lead nonetheless. So that was an interesting race. I'm not sure whose shock that was. I'm assuming that must have been World Friend then, right? Was that that must have been a World Friend shock?
Yeah,
surely. Because
I think so.
The guy dodged in third. I'm guessing it was Valor, but Swift didn't dodge, which is kind of throwing me off. But I'm assuming that was an HD shock, or sorry, World Friend shock.
I'm sure Swift has his reasons, dude.
Yeah. Also, interesting idea to pick Wario's Gold Mine against World Friend. Like that's a historically speaking, that's one of World Friend's best tracks when it comes to clutching, but we're not going to be playing that.
Yeah, especially on stream, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of times that they've had a really nice race, well, usually race 12 on Wario's Gold Mine. I'm managing to get a super huge race there.
But after half of the event, World Friend is up by 6, just as they were after one race. So HD was able to bring it back, but they lost the lead somewhat. Mount Wario is an interesting pick. I'm not a huge fan of it when I'm running, just because of how heavy. Koopa? Mostly because of how heavy bumps become, because people shroom up from mid spots. But I guess when you're more experienced on the game, you're better. So yeah, immediately trailing into there.
Yeah, and all of that happened because he just managed to get the tighter line going over that gap jump. Managed to get ahead of Cinder, pulled a red, and instantly trailed him. So good play from Thomas there. Manchester sneaking up into second, though, with a banana. Theo holding on to first place. This boomerang from Thomas might do some work, though. Manchester, just his banana, that's not going to protect him. As I say that, Manchester falls top 2 right now for World Friend Star. 1 throw left on this boomerang. Never mind, scratch that. It's just gone entirely.
Yeah, so this should remain stable unless someone is going for shock. I'm thinking this top 2 isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. These double reds from Thomas and Valor right there to support. This is looking like a really good race for World Friend and going into this third section down these slalom hills. I can't really see what's going on behind him. I know I saw Chibi briefly. I can see Chibi just behind Valor there. You saw the flag peeping around.
If a shock does come, we would have to watch out for it around now as World Friend does go over the glider. Valor is in a star though.
Yeah, but the star's going to run out if there is a shock.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a shock is in play.
Shock.
Unfortunately for high definition, so that is going to be a very clean
Top
three, at least for World Friend Star.
See what else?
See the remaining spots. Yeah. The top 3-5 for World Friend Star. Bottom 2 is going to nullify things just a tad. Still a very good race though for World Friend Star, without a doubt.
Yeah, we'll see if yeah, plus 14 race. That's a good race for World Friend. They're up 20 now. But ideally they wouldn't have gotten bottom 2. They would have probably preferred to have better spots, but I guess they can't really focus on what they didn't get. RMC from HD is an interesting pick, since they're picking... I personally would have gone for... Well, I guess not, because they have to pick a bagger. They have to pick a bagging track, but they can't go a super hard bagger because World Friend's bottom 2, so there's no real point in doing that. But, I don't know. DHC is an interesting pick because they're not just top 2. But yeah, RMC comes out for HD. We'll see if they're able to get the momentum reset like what World Friend got on HD on Desert. Kind of bring it back on a more...
You say that, you say that, Koopa, but I would like to highlight RMC is probably a lot more inconsistent, I would say, than Dry Desert will ever be in this matter. So
yeah, one interesting thing about this track is that when you play in Lounge, play it like Twisted Mansion. Don't play it like you play it in Wars. It's a weird track because it's actually a very Western, like our community does this, where they go to that pit stop, right? That box in the pit stop. Like in the little cubby, there's like a little box where the boost panel is. But Japanese players actually don't do that for the most part. They actually just run until...
that is interesting.
Second set, basically, is when they start banging. This build from Thomas is good. He'll be able to take
that's a shock from Rox.
Yeah, that's Rox with a shock.
Yeah, Rox holding that shock. World Friend are going to have to use this fairly quickly.
Valor too?
No, that was a coin. That
was a coin. Okay, I was like, oh, wait. And this Thomas has the star in 7. This could be massive.
Activate.
Shock. Yeah,
just like that. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good chain from Thomas. He'll have the star for basically the last bit of the race. And the star in first. Will he get forced to use it early? No, because Cinda doesn't have an item. So
not only does he have a decent breakaway, but he has a star unless it gets stolen, or he has to use it prematurely.
But he's still a star.
The damage has already been done. Thomas is most definitely getting first place for this race. Now the question is though, where is the rest of his team? That fire is coming over the wall. Rox is managing to get second. So top 2. I think Soldier got 4th or 5th there.
Okay, top 2, 6, 7, 11, 12. That's like a +2 or +4, right? Isn't that like a
4, I think.
Yeah, +4. Yeah. It's not a very good race, but World Friend doesn't need amazing races. They're only up 24, so they only won GP2 by 2, interestingly. So, again, World Friend has a decent lead, but this is definitely not. And T-Full is mentioning in the chat the Big Mac race.
The Big Mac race.
Where you have the crown, the club, and the heel of the burger. So, very interesting remark there. So 4 races to make up 24-point loss. Definitely not impossible. World Friend cannot just sit back and go, all right, we've already won. We have the lead after 2 GPs.
If High Definition does get that one race similar to what they got on Tick-Tock Clock, then they are right back in it.
So, 100%. We'll see if they are able to do that. DHC coming out for World Friend, though. The top 2. We'll see how this works out, because 345 can easily just pull a shroom and take that cut at the beginning there. So, see if they're able to do that, and especially if they get bumped out by teammates and stuff. Is it faster to take that trick rip? Or did he just do that to split?
I don't know. I think he may have done it to space. I don't think it's quicker, but at the end of the day, it's probably it's around the same, I imagine. High definition gonna get that trail on Thomas and the double doink right there for Thomas. So he's gonna be sent straight down to last. Bottom 2 right now, in fact.
Bottom 3, actually.
Bottom 3,
4.
yes. Oh dear. Wow. What on earth happened?
I'm not 100% sure, because if you saw at the beginning, oh Jesus, if you saw at the beginning there, most of the people that actually took the shroom cut were World Friend members. This blue from Swift, it's not getting used, which means World Friend is still first. Oh, that's an. Oh, is he just gonna steal the blue? No. Okay.
World Friend Star, by the looks of things, they're gonna want to keep this first place because if the majority of bottom spots, granted, Cinder is back here.
I don't know if Cinder's backing for Shock though. Like, is it possible that World Friend is like top 3 or something? Although Theo's back here, and I don't think
it's entirely possible. Cinder is just making sure World Friend isn't up to anything, and whilst he's back here, he may as well see if he can pull something, right?
Yeah, there's Soldier right there. Zeeb is just... Oh, God!
He slowed down, and yet he still got hit by the bomb. You hate to see it.
Yeah, you do hate to see that. I'm guessing last is Swift, who's had to suffer with the blue the entire race. It's finally getting thrown, because I doubt the person in first is going to get hit. This is going to hit someone. It's going to hit, like, third or something, because I feel like... Oh, no. Okay, never mind. They were able to...
It's close. Yeah, not quite.
Long enough to do that. So
no, Thomas is golden, just running out as soon as he's about to press his button. So he's going to lose quite a lot of spots on that. I think that's a good race from HD, you know. Never mind, ignore me.
Well, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 11 isn't bad.
I mean,
it's not a good race, but
we knew that World Friend Star was at least in first place, but from what I could have, from what I thought, High Definition had quite a lot of spots behind first or top 2, which they did. But I think World Friend Star just had a little bit more top presence than I initially recalled. So
yeah, but I think the reason why World Friend was able to keep first was because Cinda. I think what Cinda was trying to do is getting a shock so that they could shock the blue out of Swift. Because if they redded first, right? Like, say they red out first, then they're top 3. It was just going to be a blue thrown immediately. So they have no real use in trying to hit first out there. So
yeah. Excitebike Arena being picked for the majority of World Friend. Meanwhile, Rox is out here with those multiple first places saying, "Screw that! I want my own pick. I want my Indiv pick. I want my my RMP, my music park." But it's gonna pick.
Yeah, Warrior's Goldmine, which is dangerous territory because, historically speaking, as I said, this is one of World Friend's best tracks to clutch a victory on. So, like, World Friend might just get like top 5 here, and that basically seals it. So we'll see if HD's plan of this race pays off in the end. Because HD, while they do have 3 races to make up 26 points, World can't get a good race here because that would ruin them.
This bomb in first by Chi. Oh wow, very nice banana from Thomas. Banana.
Thomas in first with Valor here to support, although it's not super stable, and I think Valor just got hit out. So,
and now
can't use that because Valor's right there.
Thomas has the power now. He is a bomb in first of his own. Manster is behind him, but so is the rest of his team. So, what is the play here? Oh, he has double bombs. Oh no. Oh no. This is... Well, there goes 1. Which it didn't explode. Oh wait, did it? Okay, I think everyone just died.
It hit the entirety of like 2, 3, 4 there. So I don't know who's behind him now. I'm thinking probably World Friend because I don't see
that was a bit odd because it definitely connected with Manster, but it also definitely connected with Valor as well.
Yeah, we'll see if...
In comes
here's a blue. He's not going to drop. He's way too far ahead to drop.
Okay, now the question: who's in second? If that's
That's
high
probably
definition
well-friend.
if that is high definition in second, then he can just drop this bomb as soon as he gets blued.
Yeah, we'll see what he does.
No, he's
Throwing
throwing it
it
off.
off the track. Okay. So
Yeah,
I guess, yeah. I
Valor.
guess he didn't have it. He just wanted to have something else. Yeah, so it was World Friend behind him in second. I'd assume so, because why would you back a bomb on like 2 of your teammates plus like one of the opposite team if it's not going to be your own team behind in the end, right?
So it
And
does seem that's a top 3 right now, maybe even a top 4 with Soldier in 5th. I do believe that that's probably a high definition member in last, trying to get a shock, which they're not going to be pulling. Blue shell being thrown,
yeah, that
so
should not quite curtains yet. Not mathematically anyway, though I do believe that this should be
good
it.
race and War Trend.
Oh, actually,
Wow,
3, 4,
top 2
6,
guys.
7. 3, 4, 6, 7 kind of cancels out the massive. Yeah, only an 8-point win. Although 34 and 2, like time's ticking. HD, you need to start winning races by way more. And then got to average 17 points victory per race here if they want to have a chance to tie at least. And to win, they have to average 18.
Yeah,
So,
I think
well,
high definition did the
17 and a
best
half.
with what they had there. With World Friend Star being keeping the majority of the top spots for most of that race, there wasn't really much you could do without a shock, which they did pull, but at the end of lap 3, where it was too little, too late. They did manage to get whoever it was in third. I think it was Theo.
I mean, it was
Who was in
Theo.
third.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Theo. Yeah.
Did manage to get Theo out, but still a top 2 for Wolfriend Star. And as you said, high definition are running out of time. And Wolfriend are going to get the track pick as well. So if there's going to be a good race in high definition, it's got to come now.
Yeah, they need like a plus 20 here, because or else that ruins it. And if Worldfriend wins this race wins this race at all, I would say it's curtains. Because even if they win this race by 2, like a 36-point difference, that's top 5-7. HD would need last race to win, so pressure is on HD right now. And Thomas able to keep first, not getting bumped by anyone. And I think Valor was able to keep second as well. Oh, lag seems to have affected the room.
Here's the mystery
somewhat.
player. In comes Cinder. Almost
geez.
getting bumped off. Wow, that was unfortunate. Thomas is gonna find himself down to 4th. Gonna have to watch out for the lag trails here. Speaking of which, Zeeb is gonna get a trail on a World Trend member. Didn't quite see who it was. This green though is gonna connect with Cinder. Wow.
Yeah, and Zeeb is the only one up here supporting HD from the top, because I think that's like 2, 3, 4 for World Friend, if I saw that correctly. That bomb was weird. It hit no one, seemingly. Another bomb in second from
He's got
Thomas.
another shot.
Oh, gosh.
You know what? I like the attempt.
Yeah, that was
I will give it to Thomas there. It was almost a really nice bomb, but kind of risky as well, because even if it did explode, I imagine he probably would have got taken down by the explosion himself. Very nice communication there from the side of World Friend to let Thomas know that Sketch was indeed behind him, so he did get the back spam.
Oh, Fire's going to connect, although he's going to have to... Is he going to hit Chibi? Or is he going to hit Flo?
Well, I think he's going to hit someone.
He's going to hit no one, actually. Throwing it on Flo?
Right on Flo?
How did Chibi go through that? What? Okay, actually, I think I know how. It's because I think Thomas lagged on Chibi's screen and fell off the track, so Chibi didn't get horned. I'm going to assume that's what that was, or else I have no explanation of how Chibi just went through the horn.
Yeah, this race has been kind of chaotic, and there's a lot of stars being held right now. Some of them being held by high definition. If a shock is in play, it's going to be coming now, which it isn't. So quad shrooms right now.
First is Zeeb. Few World Friend members got hit there.
That I think is a good race on high definition, because I think we just see 2 people getting taken out. That might have both been World Friend. 1, 4, 5, 6 is a good race, but they also
10,
need
12.
another. They need another good race. Race 12 now.
30 points to make up here. They need to win by 32. I think that means if World Friend gets one person in top 4, that is it. I think that would be a curtains call right there. I'm not 100%. Although actually, I personally have gone through horns in my time. Like I've gone straight
It
through them without
happens,
getting hit.
yeah.
I don't know how it happens,
No one's connection is
but
perfect. It happens
yeah.
sometimes. And I would like to highlight World Friend Star with the tactical baby park, because
But it's not gonna happen. So
yeah, because it's, let's be real here. Everyone in the community can agree. It's quite hard to get a really big race on a track like Baby Park. In fact, that's actually the exact same thing that Soul picked against Resemblance earlier on race 12. We were up by around 30, and so we just picked Baby Park race 12 because of how difficult it is to get a good race on Baby Park.
yeah, Teeps, if you're wondering how they only won the race by 4, it's because they got 10-12. They got 1, 4, 5, 6, then 10-12, so that kind of knocked down the points difference there. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll see how if HD's able to seal this because they need a massive race. I think top 5 wouldn't guarantee it. I was gonna say top 5 might guarantee it. Yeah,
it is a
Toad Harbor.
strange track to do it on, I must say.
I mean, if there's a track, it's going to be on a track like one of these ones where it's like, if you're able, it's going to be like a hard running track where shocks don't really affect anything. Valor getting blued there is really good for HD.
Swift getting bombed as well. That's a top 3 right now for high definition.
Yeah, that's a start, but they need their other members to pull up here and come back to support this because they need to get more than just top 3. Like top 3, 6, 7, 8 is a good race, but that's not winning.
And
in this case.
as you say that, we can see Thomas pulling items like reds and is preventing the members like Soldier from getting up to those top spots to support his team. So, just as you said, top 3 is a good race, but they need more than top 3 if they want to win here.
So this bomb from Thomas might just do enough damage to.
No, I think it's gone out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it hopped into the little cubby where the cut is. So top 3-5 right now for HD. Thomas is the only bastion of hope to maybe help. And he's penetrating top spots. Has no item. They're getting a box here though, and fire! This is brutal.
A very nice item to pull in the spot. Yeah,
hitting out Manster.
Quite easily take out Manster. Not quite taking out Cinder, but if Thomas, even if he just gets second, it's guaranteed curtains.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure second is enough to have a non-30 point loss there. So I think this might be it.
It's gonna be it.
Yeah, I think that's it. We'll see. I don't think 1, 3. I don't think 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Soldier's
is
in like
enough.
11th right now. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. That was a winning race for HD, but that is not enough. World Friend moves on to winners. Yeah, it was only a 4-point win again. So World Friend moves on to winners finals to face either Requiem or XI. I don't know when that match is going to be played, and HD goes to losers to play against Arcadia.
Up comes the Discord overlay. I don't quite know what to expect. Don't know what quite to expect here. Yeah, good job from World Friend Star though. I must say, it was a fairly tight war until around the second half to the last GP, where World Friend Star did start to ever so slightly break away, and they did manage to keep that advantage until the end.
If you look at the scores, it's really from race 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, and the biggest race was a 24-point win. That was HD that won that. So very very close war. Hopefully they meet again in the bracket in the future. I mean HD wants to meet again and get hopefully the bracket reset and afterwards, or maybe even facing off in losers finals if World Friend does get knocked to losers.
Yes,
earlier than what most people would predict, because they are the best team currently.
Of course, high definition. They're not out of it yet. They may have lost this one, but they have been knocked down to the losers bracket, where they've had one chance, and now I don't want to say they blew it, but they haven't got another one now. If they lose again, that's just it. They will be facing Arcadia Sky starting from next week. I don't think that match will be casted But
You mean
um,
tomorrow?
oh, tomorrow, yeah, not next week.
All
God,
right.
my
If
bad.
I remember correctly, today's Saturday, not Sunday. So
Yeah, you know what it is,
tomorrow.
dude. I think it's because I'm so used to casting on Sundays
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's got to be
MKU.
next week.
I
But
think
yeah,
that's what
so
it is.
tomorrow should be winners finals, and then probably losers quarters and losers semis, I would assume. And then next week would probably be losers finals and grands. If schedule that sounds about right. I
I
should
think
know the
so.
schedule
It's
better than
some.
I do,
I
but
think no. I think that does sound right, actually.
uh, I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. Here's the schedule. Gold bracket. Yeah, January 23rd is
Yes.
going to be the day for those. So yeah, I was right that losers finals will be next week, but tomorrow, hope I don't know if we are going to cast. Hopefully we do. That would,
It's
but
nothing is confirmed yet, but I imagine we
yeah,
will. If we have a cast on Saturday, then I don't see why we wouldn't have a cast on Sunday. Stay tuned for announcements regarding that anyway. Um, but yeah, so as far as today goes, I think that's it for us. Don't think we have anything to announce. So yeah,
yeah, that should be it.
thank you very much once again, Cooper, for casting with me.
Of course, as one does,
As as one Cooper guy does. And of course,
True.
thank you everyone for watching this stream. Hopefully, it was a pleasant war to watch, and we would love to see you tomorrow, assuming there's a stream then. So yeah, peace out, everyone.
Goodbye.